people they talk no pity. 98.5 on your dial. Emirate radio, feel the vibe. Now the sound of the street we they carry. Joy and truth, we know they worry. From morning kiss to nighttime flow. Every voice matter, everybody know. Every Emirate radio, 98.5. The voice of the people we they come alive. Your story, your sound, your melody. Emirate radio, 98.5. The voice of the people we they come alive. Your story, your sound, your melody. Open door. Culture, music, news and more. Open mic, we open door. If not your voice, we go amplify. Emirate radio, make you testify. Emirate radio, make you testify. On Emirate radio, 98.5. The voice of the people, we they come alive. Your story, your sound, your melody. Emirate radio, 98.5. The voice of the people, we they come alive. Your story, your sound, your melody. Emirate radio, 98.5. The voice of the people. Donny on the beat.
It's midday. This is Emirate Radio 98.5 FM. This is the Global Hour read by Oluwadolapo Bamigboye. Here are the highlights. Federal government warns of flood risk in 10 states. Iran announces alternative routes through Strait of Hormuz. Osimhen set for early return from injury. The news in details. The Federal Ministry of Environment has warned that several locations across 10 states may experience heavy rainfall and possible flooding between April 8 and April 12, 2026. The alert issued by the National Flood Early Warning Center identified affected states to include Ebonyi State, Anambra State, Ogun State, Taraba State, Cross River State, Benue State, Imo State, Delta State, Rivers State, and Abia State. Specific communities likely to be impacted include Afikpo and Nkalago in Ebonyi, Onitsha and Odepe in Anambra, Ayetoro and Ilaro in Ogun, as well as parts of Taraba, Cross River, Benue, Imo, Delta, Rivers, and Abia states. The ministry urged residents and relevant stakeholders to take precautionary measures to reduce risks, noting that the predicted rainfall could trigger flooding in vulnerable areas. On the foreign scene, Iran has announced alternative routes for ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz, citing the risk of sea mines in the main shipping channel. The directive, issued by Iran's Revolutionary Guard, advises vessels to use safer entry and exit paths to avoid potential collisions as maritime safety concerns persist in the vital oil transit route. Tehran has, however, agreed to temporarily reopen the Strait of Hormuz as part of a 2-week ceasefire reached with the United States, easing tensions after weeks of disruption to global energy supplies. The strait, which handles about 1/5 of the world's oil, had been effectively blocked since early March, causing a surge in global energy prices and raising concerns across international markets. The Emirate Global Hour is coming to you from Emirate Radio, Ilorin. Welcome back. Spain's Foreign Minister José Manuel Álvarez today accused Israel of violating international law and a newly agreed 2-week ceasefire in the Middle East by carrying out airstrikes on Lebanon on Wednesday. Spain has emerged as one of the most vocal critics among Western nations of US and Israeli actions in Iran and Lebanon, closing its airspace to any aircraft involved in a conflict Madrid has called reckless and illegal. Álvarez also announced that Spain will reopen its embassy in Tehran, saying the move is aimed at supporting diplomatic efforts and promoting peace in the region. And from the sport room, Galatasaray head coach Okan Buruk has hinted that Victor Osimhen could return earlier than expected from injury. Osimhen underwent surgery 2 weeks ago after sustaining an arm injury during Galatasaray's UEFA Champions League clash with Liverpool and was initially ruled out until the end of the month. The striker has since resumed light training, including gym work, and began sessions with a physiotherapist on Tuesday, raising hopes of a quicker recovery. Buruk said Osimhen may be included in the squad for the upcoming clash with Genk Berlike, adding that he could return fully the following week if conditions are right, as Galatasaray continue their push for a third consecutive league title. To end the Emirate Global News, here again are the highlights. Federal government warns of flood risk in 10 states. Iran announces alternative routes through Strait of Hormuz. Osimhen set for early return from injury. The Emirate Global News was read to you by Oluwadolapo Bamigboye. For updates and interactions, follow us on all our social media platforms at Emirate Radio 98.5 or visit our website at www.emirateradio.ng. Good afternoon and thank you for listening.